understand? It isn't like I'm sitting here going, boy, I hope all this happens so I'll be a superstar. Oh, wonderful. We ever get out from under the New World Order, they'll say, boy, that Alex Jones was like Paul Revere with Matt Drudge and, you know, people like Larry Nichols. Boy, isn't that great? How's that help Larry Nichols' kids or my kids or his grandkids? This is a full fight, people. He's up here in Hillary's face. She can't stand him. It's come out in lawsuits before and federal cases where the feds have got our emails and are watching what we're doing and stuff. I mean, believe me, this is not games. This isn't people acting like they're on the cutting edge. This isn't people acting like they're giving you the big breaking news. This is people risking everything for this republic. We're going to go back to Larry here in just a moment. It's just I see a guy over here fighting for his life and fighting for his country's life and gutting up to be on air, you know, with his surgery and all the rest of it. And I just think about the average men that are strong, that are smart, that are tough, that if their neighbor got in their face and slapped their wife, you know, these men would stand up. But when the globalists conquer your country and rub your face in it and just dominate and overthrow our nation and attack God and the family and everything else and unborn babies, the average man just gets a glazed look in his eye. And I want to ask Larry Nichols, why is that? Maybe it's just they never thought of themselves as fighting tyranny, or they don't respect themselves, or it's like government's another world. It runs things. No, it doesn't. We're the people. And it is this pliant attitude where you bend over to the New World Order. Listen, the New World Order doesn't just want to have its way with you. It wants to slit your frickin' throat, people. It's coming to break you. It's got a destabilization program it's running that we've seen in other countries. We know where point A to Z goes. And let me tell you, we're already down to like X. And in the last few letters, there'll be more change than you saw in all the other progression. You'll just be, boom, and you're in a nightmare situation. Boom, there's no money in the bank. Boom, there's no food. Boom, there's black uniforms. Boom, the social justice warriors by the hordes pour out everywhere and start burning targeted select areas. And they call the police in and they say, we've made a deal with some of these other groups and the feds. You go out and get these political subversives that are stirring up the left and you won't be fired. If the police go out and arrest the patriots at that point, you'll be the next ones. Just know that. They are quarterbacking us. We got their playbook. I don't know which play they're going to play next, but I got a good idea off watching this coach, watching this team. We're going to our guest here in a moment, just briefly, to put up on the screen for TV viewers and radio listeners. He is battling for his life. He's lost everything in the last 20-plus years, battling the Clintons from being a very successful businessman. He needs help for medical care. He didn't even ask for this, but I insist on doing it. Nichols Live at AOL.com for a PayPal donation. He's tried to write books and do other stuff, and it always turns into fiasco, and you know how that works. People run, you know, he never gets the money or whatever. Point is, he needs your support. Nichols Live at AOL.com. Nichols Live at AOL.com. Or Larry Nichols, 58 Kensington Drive, Conway, Arkansas, 72034. That's 58 Kensington Drive, Conway, Arkansas, 72034. Nichols Live at AOL.com for the PayPal. Now, before I go any further, I skipped a break this hour. I skipped one last. I got to stop doing it. It's like a habit you can't break. I don't even plug. When I do plug, you need to buy the products. We need your support. We're all in this together. Get the Hillary for President shirts. Get the Molon Labe shirts. We've got dozens and dozens of great shirts. Get the high-quality storable food. Get the colloidal silver natural disinfectant antibiotic. That when all else fails, it's a silver bullet, folks. And then we've also got the new air filter system by the folks that make the Alexa Pure water filters that are game changers. The Alexa Pure Breeze. I've bought units that are $900 to $1,000 years ago. And the whole industry prices have gone down some. Now, something comparable that's pretty good is about $500. This is normally $220-something. It's $180. What is it, $184, $86, and put it back on screen. I'm going from memory. It's 25% off. Technically, it's 26% off, 26.02 off on the Alexa Pure Breeze, groundbreaking ion cluster technology. But that's just part of the filters it has. It's got other filters. It's got no reviews yet. It's out of the gates. It's been tested and developed for years. It's almost completely silent. It is a game changer. I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse. You're crazy if you don't go get yourself one of these. If you don't filter your water, they got glyphosate and everything in the water, the fluoride. Alexa Pure Pro water filtration, Alexa Pure Breeze air filtration systems. We also have the Pro Pure water systems that are excellent, Life Straw, and others. But InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com for the nutraceuticals, or call toll-free 888-253-3139. And if you're feeding your kids GMO food, and I'm not on you about this, I know you're in a habit, you wonder why your kids seem dull, stop feeding them GMO, stop feeding them red dye number 5, stop giving them aspartame drinks. None of us are perfect. It's a long journey back from hell, isn't it? But we can get there. I mean, I never did that bad stuff, but the point is, you're giving them tap water, you're insane. Most well water, you name it, it's horrible. Hundreds of bad chemicals. You need to filter your water. You need to buy this product that supports the First Amendment, and then it helps you. It's a win-win. They have an Alexa Pure whole family of systems, and they have the Pro Pure systems. They're all available at InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com, or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. We have a 4-stage Pro Pure shower filter that's the best out there, and it's such an affordable price. There are competitors that have one filter of charcoal and cost $70. This is 60-something bucks. It's got 4 filters, and here's the great part. It's fast flow, so it doesn't screw up your shower. This is the way to do it. If you got a baby, fill the bathtub up with the shower head. You know, they're doing this on purpose, not to mention all the runoff. Don't let them hit you with chemical weapons. Purify your air. Take care of your body. Get exercise. Get sunshine. And most importantly, pray to God and get your soul right, because pointing that at God is the most important thing. When Larry Nichols says get right with Jesus, he means it, folks. I've gotten so much closer to God because I've studied this and I've seen evil and I know how real it is. And I'm telling you, folks, if you're not right with God and you don't have God on your side and you're not asking God for protection and discernment, and you're not asking God to help you meet other people who are looking for other good folks as well, you're in for a lot of trouble. Because I've never got up on air and talked about stuff being this scary. I'm always hoping we can push it back and change it and derail it. Or that's why I've gotten so much more hardcore and so much more risky with what I do. I mean, we've pulled out all the stops here going up against the enemy, just doing stuff that I know when I do it is sticking my head in a lion's mouth. So, and I'm not talking about a trained one at the circus. So I'm doing what I got to do, because if I don't, I die inside. But I just want you to understand something. The fear you ought to have is not standing up to these people. We got to recognize them as evil and make a clean break with them and just absolutely get in their face politically at every level and say, you are anathema, you are evil, you stage things and blame it on us, you hate us, you want to bankrupt us, you want to mount our heads on your walls figuratively and for real, and we are setting our will, our guts, our spirit, everything and against it and saying, God, we're all in, and God then, like wind in the sails, will come in. I'm telling you, that's how this works. And it doesn't mean you won't be persecuted or go through some trouble. But the enemy hates us because they don't even like us being around, these psychopaths and sociopaths. They're scared of us, and they want to break our will. And we have got to take action. Now, Larry, I've been ranting. I want to give you the floor now. I apologize. I'm not even going to take calls. I want to give you more time. It's just this is such an epic time when just more stuff's happening in a week now than used to happen in a year. And it's accelerating, and I just now... I mean, I have a beyond a horrified feeling in my chest. It's just, I'm like, where's the person to fight? I'm like ready. I know how sick these people are, and every fiber of me is like desperately trying to find the lever, the switch to throw to turn the tide. And we're turning the tide at many levels is why they're accelerating. So I want to get into Trump, what you're working on, and play some clips here. Larry, go ahead.
Well, what you're talking about, Alex, is Einstein did it. He did take a string with a ball on the end of it, say 10 foot long, spin that ball around. Now, I want you to take that same ball, cut that string in half, spin it around, and the ball goes faster. Now, you cut that string in half, and it's zipping, and the closer you get to your hand, that ball's moving fast, fast, fast. Now, you know, he called the point at which the energy is initiated to spin that ball. He called it the event. And as the ball gets closer to the event, in other words, as time gets closer to the event, things speed up exponentially. We're seeing that right now, Alex. We're seeing it. That's why today things seem to be developing faster than we can even imagine. Then there's another trick they have, and they use this one almost every day. This is where Hillary is so significant. Most people, Alex, have in their mind the level to which they will do something sinister and evil. In other words, you, Alex, in your mind, if you sat down and said, okay, what is the worst thing I could do? I mean, being mean, evil, sinister, how far would I go? And you've got a limit. The Clintons use that. I used to use it on people. People have innately in them a limit to how far they will go to be evil and to get what they want. The Clintons have no limit. And so we're sitting here, you and I, Alex, we're trying to convince people you can't believe what these people will do because people don't believe anybody would do it.
That's what I'm saying. People have got to get aggressive, focused, and confident and really start thinking about your limits, because here's the deal. They're going to push us, folks, if we don't start pushing back all the way to the limit where things get really nasty. And that's what I'm saying, Larry. I've looked at the tea leaves here, all the different evidences. I think they've miscalculated, and when they push us to the limit, I think they're going to cause a chain of events that is going to bring them down. I mean, what's your view?
I know you're right, Alex. I know you're right. What we have to get your listeners, our people over is everybody said, you were saying a minute ago, what about the average male? Why won't he engage? What is it about him? If somebody slaps his wife around, of course he'll engage. But when it comes to this, to the nation, to the country, to the future, there's a big sense out there of what can I do? One man. How can I change things? Well, folks, we're going to snap out of that. And we either snap out of that fast or it's over for us. Now, it does not, Alex, take every man, woman, and child in America to wake up and to resist these people. The truth is, Alex, it takes less people to resist them than you think. It's just we've got to have people that are willing to engage and get in the fight.
You said willing, and willing is a breakdown of will.
That's right. And when I say engage in the fight, Alex, everybody doesn't have to do like you. They don't have to start a company, risk their life, get on the air, and invest everything they have every day, risk every dime they have to be able to get the word out and to tell the truth. They don't have to do that. Everybody has a place. Everybody has a role. Everybody's not a car mechanic. Everybody's not a brain surgeon. We don't need everybody to be monolithic. What we need is everybody. Bring to the party that which you do. That's what our founding fathers did. They said butchers, bakers, candlestick makers, preachers, let's all come and let's get in this thing. And many did. But remember, folks, please remember this. The Revolutionary War was not fought by every person that was in this country.
3%.
Less than 4%, right, less than 4% of the people in this country at that time actually participated, and we won. We can win today if we can get 4% of our population to engage. Now, here's where it gets kinky. We need everybody to unify under one, let's say, umbrella. I guess that's what you call an umbrella.
Yeah, but where is that George Washington? And that's the problem. And they're worried about states coalescing and forming that. That's why the entire Pentagon plan is to take out a states movement when they bring us under open globalism. But the public has to be prepared in the information warfare realm, in the battle space, to recognize that global attempt to destroy the states is illegitimate. And then just with political will, none of us comply. Doesn't matter how many troops they put in the streets. Plus, the most awake group is the Special Forces community. I mean, I'm sure you know that.
I know, but let me tell you, you asked the question, where is the George Washington? I never believed Bill Clinton on much he ever said, but there was one thing I heard him say one time when he was president that was actually true. you know,